Northmen are dedicated. Yeah, like I said, they had probably 30 people that traveled 18 hours down to Ohio to watch the game.
Really?
Yeah, we played the LAXNAI tournament last week.
Oh,
yeah, it was crazy.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I could not believe it when they were all there. I was like, whoa. Yes, honey.
Will you grab my phone when you come, please?
Yep. There's a phone. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left before the game's going to start, and we will see you then. There's Stamper, red jersey number 1, our play-by-play guy, making sure he's got the right roster, so we're calling the right names, doing a great job, making sure we can shout out as many people as we can. Thanks so much for tuning in. Through the horns up for all our Maine Northmen fans. We really appreciate all the support you guys have shown us. Mrs. James with the muffins. Mrs. Duncan is always on. Thank you very much, Mrs. Duncan. It's nice to see you in the chats every morning. And Stamper's coming up the stairs. He'll be with us shortly. Shot, a big save by the Northman goalie, Duncan. Dubé able to keep the ball, stands up, pass it over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson shoots, keeper keeps it out, closing the 5-hole door up.
Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to day 2 of the North American Invitational. I'm Steven Stamp, was just down grabbing the updated roster information. We seem to have a bit of an injury here. Looks like a bit of a rolled ankle down in the corner. That'll be one of the Basom Bombers. Don't have a 5, but do have a bunch of the updated info. They had some players who weren't able to make it yesterday. You remember, if you're watching the one game yesterday, they had some guys run in partway through. We got numbers for them. And the Bombers have possession of the ball here. McCoy Abrams behind the net, but went through the crease, so it will be turned over. And now Joe Nolan joining the Northmen. He is in town. Great story, Joe Nolan. I was talking to him yesterday. This is his first game in 12 years since he broke his back. He has come back, ready to play, hooked up with the Northmen. He was showing me a picture of his grandfather, Indian Joe Nolan, from Slapshot. And showed me the picture of his grandpa down the hall in the building here at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. Here's a break and the one-handed underhand shot. Nice effort there. Not quite working out. And there's the first goal of the game. Basom Bombers getting off 2.5 minutes into this game to the start. That was Owen Hill. And if you've been watching all the games, you know Kevin Owen Hill was Memorial Auditorium. Here's a break for another team, but there are the two of them. They actually played together for the Haudenosaunee at the World Juniors. Two very, very talented players. You can see right on top of the crease, just left all alone. Maine with a little breakdown, and it leads to the first goal of the game. It is 2 15-minute running time halves with 2 minutes stop time at the end of the second half. Here's a chance in front. What a pass from Marshall Palace, and the lovely finish from Waylon Abrams. Takes that pass perfectly in stride. Look at that, behind the back, hits to Abrams. One quick fake and tucks it over the shoulder of Brian Duncan. Another chance here for Basom. Back to the offense. Marshall Palace once again with it. Nice toe drag, driving to the net. What a drive to the goal. Gets the shot off, turned aside by Duncan. And we'll have a crease violation. They're looking fairly upset, Maine is, with Brooker Muir, who is following up that play. And it will be a penalty first of the day. This one going to Jack Dorsey. So we'll see how Maine's penalty kill can do. Brendan Bomber at the top gives to Palace, cross to Gates Abrams. Quick attempt by McCoy Abrams, but that one's turned aside by Duncan, who is looking eyes like a hawk on McCoy Abrams. But they go back door, couldn't watch everybody, and it's the man they left that buries it. Abrams, quick attempt. So 2-0 with 5 minutes gone here in the first half. 3-0. Sorry, it went up on the wrong side, then they took it off that side, put it back up. Shot on the run from Hunter Kamiri. Just goes a little bit wide, but that outlet pass is a bit awry and picked up there. Grabbed by Phil Malesio. Here's Kyle Baker. Oh, great underhand pass in the shot, but that one's turned aside. Nice save by Goa Abrams. Oh, sorry, I think that's Clint Jones. No, that's Goa. That's Goa. Clint Jones is backing up. Here comes Justin Martin. Solid game for him yesterday. He moves it ahead. Gets it set up to Marshall Palace. Hands off there to Waylon Abrams. They go backdoor to Gates Abrams. Just avoided the crease. Brendan Bomber. What a save, Duncan. Throws that arm up. Ball's loose. Picked up again by Waylon Abrams and just swatted out by Duncan. It's going to be scooped up. And here's Palace behind the back. Quick stick finish. That is lovely by Waylon Abrams. Just way too much from the Bombers for Maine to deal with on that one. And it's 4-0. There to Waylon Abrams. They go back. Do we have the time up on the screen? We do. I don't have to tell you the time. Nice work, Greg Beecher, and it's Blue Squatch Productions. There we go. Bringing you these games on the LAXNAI YouTube channel. All the games from yesterday, I believe, are all up and archived. They are indeed. Charity is nodding. Charity is our camera person, doing a great job. And with 8:20 to go, we are back underway. It's 4-0 for the Basom Bombers. They can continue with it. Oh, great give and go attempt. Didn't quite connect there. Just a bit too far for Cam Seneca. That's some serious talent that Basom is able to bring in, guys who couldn't make it. Cam Seneca, very good player. Owen Hill and Anthony Patterson. I was told he's from 84. We'll check. Anthony Patterson had some time with the Halifax Thunderbirds. Absolutely ripped it up in the Arena Lacrosse League. Here's a chance the other way. A breakaway. Oh, a shot right off the post. Good effort by Jacob Sicklaw. Just got it on the outside of the post. That one's about an inch and a half over. It bounces in. McCoy Abrams taking his time, coming forward. Hands it off to Palace. Lots of space, way too much space for Anthony Patterson, but he missed the net. Nice job running that one forward by 99. We're still waiting to see who that was. He was the last guy out. I had to get up here to the booth, and he wasn't out yet, so we're going to find that out for you. Double team defensive effort. Patterson tries to grab with one hand, gets away from him. Ball's still loose. Maine pressuring, but Basom outnumbers them. Brooker Muir, you can see why they were getting after him. He was getting into it behind the play with a Maine player. Muir recently signed with an NLL team. I am 100% certain he belongs in that league. He can play. Hard fake there from 5. And the shot stopped by Duncan. He looks up the floor, nothing there. He's going to, just drop the ball because neither of his teammates was looking, and Muir comes up with it. Didn't like the angle he had, so he'll pull it out. They'll set up the offense. Hard pass to Gates Abrams. A little too hard. Brendan Bomberry does come up with it off the board. He's watched there by Jack Jennings. Jennings, a young player, really enjoy what he's been doing out here. Bomberry, backdoor mirror on a save. Duncan diving across the crease. That is gorgeous. He's got to fix that net. Gets it set and is ready. Here's Bomberry. He'll let one rip. Can't stop that one. 5-0 with 5:55 to go here in the first half. Duncan diving across the crease. That another face-off win. Cam Seneca and immediately to the attack. McCoy Abrams rips it. Duncan out of position on the rebound attempt, but it wasn't a chance to shoot right away. Now they got an opportunity. Cam Seneca bounces one far side. Lovely shot. Gets one home, and it is a bit of a runaway here for the Basom Bombers. Cam Seneca and immediately.
Yeah, they just keep picking up loose balls, getting the rebounds. You get the possession that many times, go back and forth, gets Duncan to step, and then throws it past him.
It's a lot on the shoulders of Brian Duncan at this point. Just a shooting gallery out there, and he's been good. He's made a lot of stops, but at some point you're not going to get all of those. Grabbed there by Jacob Sicklaw. It's a 3-on-2. He's going to take it himself. May have wanted to pass on one use of some of his teammates as he was way on his offside. They recovered the loose ball, though, in a fresh 30. Now heading to his offside here is Jack Hutchinson. He's trying to run out of some trouble. Makes the pass. Nice job to find Baker. Baker has a bit of room. Gets the shot. Almost snuck that over the shoulder, but Go Abrams just gets it with the top of the uppers there. Baker with the loose ball rebound. They got a man behind the net coming out. Not really in a dangerous position. They go backdoor attempt, trying to get it over to Charlie Ratner. It was just a little bit zesty for him as he's trying to get the shot off quickly. Tips off his stick and up and out of play. Here's Marshall Powless. Oh, beautiful floater. Marshall Powless showing us not always how hard you shoot, it's how accurate. He just places one just inside for him as he's trying to get this. Powless. Yeah, Marshall Powless, things haven't quite clicked for him at the National Lacrosse League level, but he was taken 7th overall by Saskatchewan for a reason. He had that season a few years ago. His last season in Junior B scored 150 points in the regular season with the Six Nations Rebels, and that was brilliant in the playoffs. Played in the President's Cup with his brother Johnny for the Six Nations Rivermen as they went and won the President's Cup up in Ganawage. He was fantastic. Here's Hutchinson driving to the net. That's a nice drive, but there was nothing there for him to shoot at. We will have a penalty, though, to the Basom Bombers. It's going to be boarding. We got that one, Greg? Do we have that replay? No? Okay. Boarding call. Baker up at the top. Nice behind the back pass. A little underhand. Good shot there by Phil Malesio, but couldn't quite connect. Goa Abrams is a tough guy to beat between those pipes. Nice little drop pass by Justin Martin. Leaves it for Brooker. He was looking over to the far side. Just was not there. Penalty coming to Maine now. And I think I know why. They have 6 players out on the floor playing defense. Fairly clear. Smart play, you leave them out. You don't get another penalty for keeping them out. So you might as well hold them there. 6-on-6. And that pass drifts up out of play, bounces back in. But we will have 4-on-4 momentarily. But I think the Basom penalty will actually be released when play starts up again. So it will probably be a full 1-minute power play. This is going to be served by the in-home Len Doobie. We're number 40. And I could have sworn it was Dubé from when I was calling Brandon Dubé games, but it was Brandon Doobie the whole time. So my bad. Sorry, guys. Brandon, if you're watching, or Greg. The whole Doobie crowd. Oh, nice rip there. McCoy Abrams takes the little pass from Brendan Bomberry and just a beautiful placement just inside the post. You can see not much chance here as it was the power play. As we suggested, the Patterson was released from the box. They set up the power play immediately, and Abrams just too good.
Yeah, beautiful behind the back feed. It's tough. There's a lot of talent out there.
And a lot of space when they're short. You know, you're on the power play. It's hard to cover everybody. But I'll tell you, when Brendan Bomberry has the ball, you better cover him. So it's going to open some other things up. Here's Maine as we're back to 5-on-5. It's 8-0. We've got 42 seconds left in the half. Here's Malesio. Driving to the net, dish to the back door. They had a pretty decent chance. Couldn't quite get it through to Hutchinson. To get the rebound back, or the loose ball back. It was not a rebound, didn't touch him. Just near center again. It's the green line. If you've been watching the games, you know. If you haven't, it is the green line painted right at center. You can see it matches up to the middle of the red stripe on the boards. That is the center line. The turf doesn't quite fit the way it could have in the arena, so they just had to put the new lines on. Good turf, but had to add the green lines. You can see the goal crease is also drawn into the green. 5 seconds. Marshall Palace down to McCoy Abrams. Big save by Duncan to close out the half and keep it at 8-0. It's a big lead. Could have been bigger. Basom will go to the break with an 8-0 lead. I'm Steven Stamp. This is LAXNAI 2022. Thanks for being with us.
And again, all of our stats courtesy of pointsbench.com. Go to laxnai.com. You'll be able to find the link. And on there, you'll find all the games, stats, goals, the groups with the points for their team records. And we're about to get underway. The reason for the white line in the middle and the yellow lines on the outside is they have a pro soccer team here that plays indoor. I don't know much about the rules of it. I just know that's why the lines are there.
All right, there you go. So pro soccer, they don't go with the center line right at center? That's weird.
Yeah, it seems a little
Hey, it's indoor soccer. It's going to be a little strange.
little different.
Great facility in there. Oh, here we go. Chance right away for Basom. Marshall Palace underhand flip pass. Gates Abrams. Shoulder save Duncan, who makes even the most routine save look pretty dramatic. Boy, he makes some beauties with that acrobatic style. Here's a chance for Maine. Turn the side was Jack Hutchinson. Good opportunity. We do have Clint Jones between the pipes now for Basom here in the second half.
What?
Real Avon. So some pretty exciting stuff happening there. I've been muted for about the last 30 seconds, but got it going again, and it is an illegal substitution penalty. Too many men officially. I believe the official term is illegal substitution, but same idea. Maine, once again, we caught with too many players on the floor. So, and you know what? They've got too many right now. They've got 6 guys out there. And 2 of them will go to the bench. Joe Nolan he's ready to play some penalty kill, but they're going to replace him. He's just joined the club. He doesn't realize he thinks they're sending him up to the top of the formation. He's actually got to go off, so they've only got 4 guys. Great story. So much fun talking to Joe. He said, yeah, that's what they call me too, Indian Joe, which here on I'm a little uncomfortable saying here, especially on Canada's National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. It's great dude, Joe Nolan. Fun to have him out there and so exciting. Again, broken back 12 years ago, first game since that point. Here is the power play though. That one gets away from Bomberry, and that's going to be over. And go at Abrams, tried to help out, standing on the bench working the door, reached out to try and grab that one. Speaking of slap shot, pretty sure somebody reached out and played the puck from the bench in that one too.
Actually, Dave Hansen was my coach when I was a kid in hockey. The only actual Hansen. The
Get out
Carlson
of town.
brothers were his cousins.
The others, right?
Or his wife's cousins, I'm sorry.
Back to 5-on-5. Nice job hanging on to that ball there by Phil Malesio. And if you're wondering who that other voice is, that is Greg Beecher, our director / color commentator here, adding in some fun facts now and then. Here's Bomberry up the floor. He's got a guy coming off the bench. They're going to slip it in behind him. Great pass between the legs. Nice attempt there. We're still trying to figure out who number 5 is.
Yeah, I just tried to chime on from time to time. We last weekend had the Northmen down at the North American Box Lacrosse League, so I'm semi-familiar with some of their players. Their fans are really into it. A lot of their kids sending shout-outs. A lot of coaches in the local community. Nice to see Maine doing a great job up there.
Finalists at the NABL Championship, right? Losing to the Wild from Virginia.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I did not even know there were teams coming.
Yeah, the Westminster
Virginia.
Wild came in from Virginia. They amazing team. But I mean, what an opportunity this LAXNAI is. You've got a guy with a broken back playing against Bomberry.
Right? What a rip. Kyle Baker drops the head of the stick. He has been scoring goals like that for a long time, back to his Vermont Voyageurs days. And speaking of centers for lacrosse, I mean, Vermont with those Voyageurs clubs for years and years. And Baker, look at this, just dropping the head, finding the spot through some traffic. I'm not sure that Clint Jones ever saw that shot.
No, I don't think so. I think he bit on that little behind the back fake he threw and then never saw it coming.
3.5 minutes into the second of two 15-minute running time halves. And that is a shorthanded goal, I guess, for Maine. Do they still have their player in the box? No, he's out. Oh, it's the power play marker, of course. Maine was on the power play. That's gone now. Trying to feed it through and cutting to the open spot. What a decision there by Jack Hutchinson. He was looking to pass that whole way, and then as the seas parted for him, he just decided, I'm going to have a rip, and slips it by Clint Jones just inside the far post. Like, he's still thinking pass here, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a shooting lane.
He's like, I got that.
8-2, 10:45 to go here in the second. Probably too big a hole to climb out of for Maine, but hey, just keep plugging away. Got to get one at a time. There's no 8-point goal. We've got a couple in a row here. Here's Whale Abrams. Pretty good stick work to evade the double team. Hand it off to Gates Abrams. Feeds it through, and they can't quite connect to McCoy Abrams. So that was Abrams from Abrams and Abrams. Would have made a great announcement if we gotten a goal. I grew up in Peterborough. We used to get the Evans from Evans and Evans call, which was pretty darn fun with Sean and Scott and Steven. Oh, no. Brian Duncan makes the save on the long outside shot from Cam Seneca, but then it just spin off the hitting the goaltender just kind of brings it in. I'm not sure if Duncan was aware where the ball went after it hit him.
I think he thought it was stuck in his shirt. You see him freeze into in the goalie. I'm going to hold it, and then by the time he saw it bounce out and spin him back, it was too late.
And in most cases, that's the right play. If you get hit with the shot, you freeze so you don't move and let it drop out and roll in. But in that case, didn't quite work out for him. Bomberry was de-sticked, but is able to soccer style it ahead to McCoy Abrams for a pretty decent scoring opportunity. Here's Len Doobie coming up over center. Hands it off to Baker. Here's Charlie Ratner, makes a move across. Knocked away Justin Martin, he's fast, you won't catch him. He is pulling away, open look, bounces. Nice save, Duncan just gets a bit of it. There are two Bombers going after the loose ball, which is definitely an advantage, and they get it. Anthony Patterson comes up with it. Here's Brendan Bomberry. Joe Nolan gets handcuffed by that pass. Mucking for the loose ball, but Patterson comes away with it, goes to the crease, save Duncan. And kind of swatting at the rebound was Wowoka Shenandoah. I'm not sure he realized how much time he had. He could have picked that one up. Great spin move. The shot, though, gets a little steep. It's up out of play. Just missed far side. And it will go back to Maine with 8:20 to go here in the second half. It's gotten a habit of calling that out. Baker. Oh, great move, but a nice save. Clint Jones. Bombers coming back up the floor. Bomberry sees Marshall Palace popping out, but all alone on the crease there. Opportunity for Owen Hill. He's turned aside, though, on his offside by Duncan. And the Northmen coming back forward. There they have the man open. Wowoka Shenandoah. Little spin move to create space that he already had, but still got a pretty decent shot off. Just got blocked by the defender. They try and hit the cutter. Hunter Kamiri can't quite get it. Here goes Marshall Palace sprinting down. He is being tracked down. That's some great hustle by number 99 for Maine. Yeah, we're still working on that one. Gates Abrams, little twister change up, but Duncan gets the shoulder cap on that. Looks at him and envision a smile. He says, gotcha on that one. 7:11 to play, and is picked up by Maine, and they are breaking out. Kyle Baker off the post, off the back of Jones, and was rolling towards the net, but it is grabbed there. Nice job saving the day by Marshall. No, that's not Marshall Palace. That is Highwood Jonathan, number 3, not the 39. Marshall's got all the green gear, the helmet and the gloves, and he's a lefty and he's a forward. So that was a fairly bad call, but we recovered. There's a shot from Bomberry, stopped by Duncan. Hard pass. There's Marshall Palace to Gates Abrams. Come on, Maine. You cannot leave Duncan out there like that with Gates Abram, who is an absolute sniper. Here, the helmet and the glove.
Yeah, great ball movement, snapping it around, picking up the rebound, getting the extra possession here. Beautiful feed across, quick feed to the middle, and he's all alone. There's not a player out here on the floor you can leave all alone, but especially him.
Ball still loose along the boards. A couple of players for each. They dig it out. Here's an opportunity coming open. Is Jacob Sicklaw. Shots wide. The rebound was actually there, but just got away from Hutchinson. Brendan Bomber just backpedaling, waiting, hands it off to Patterson behind the back. Hard cross floor. Palace to Justin Martin. He can't play that ball, but Marshall Palace will be the first one there. Martin, now he's okay. Actually, he was the first one to get a pass that should have been called down too. But Brendan Bomber had the wide open net, elected to set up the offense instead. I don't mind that. 5:20 to go. You're up 10-2. Give everyone a chance to run the offense. Penalty coming to Maine. And Joe Nolan was actually heading over to apologize to Marshall Palace. I think. He seems like a really nice guy. I don't think he was chirping and rubbing it in. Hey, he's on the score sheet. Way to go, Joe Nolan. He and John Zabo having a pretty animated conversation. I think Zabs was just deciding on the call at the last moment. He said, "Well, go slash." 1 minute or less for Joe Nolan. 5:05 to play here in the second half. Up top, 5 for. Oh, that one's going to get away. That's going to be an over and back. And Maine will get possession. 42 on the penalty. If they're slow picking up, they could have killed most of the penalty. They're going to go to the net, though. That's a pretty nice shot selection. Just turned aside, though, by Clint Jones. Bomberry grabs it. And 30 seconds left on the penalty for Basom Bombers to work with. Gates Abrams waiting. Gets it across to McCoy. Down to Marshall Palace. Marshall sinking dunk. It's not there, so it goes out to Gates Abrams. Bomberry, the bouncer, goes for the high corner. Missed it. Snagged there by 99. Again, waiting for the.
And 99 is hustling. He's been part of so many.
He's got a shot. He's going to pass it up instead to Baker. Not a bad idea to give it to the head of the team, the head coach, the GM, the scoring star. But I think Bakes would have been cool with him taking that shot. That's a good opportunity. Oh, Marshall
Oh.
Palace, you're a bad man. That is a really mean shot. Gets Duncan. He knows Brian Duncan's a reaction goalie. He's going to be coming hard and fast
Scoring.
across the crease, and he just does a little change-up bouncer. Look at this. Oh, that's cheeky.
That's what I mean. The little things from these players here, knowing how to, fake it. It's those little subtle movements that the talent level here is just unbelievable.
Marshall Palace, I'll tell you, that season he had the 150-point season in the regular. Oh, here's a chance for Maine. That's a crease violation. But he was lights out, and he was like 19 years old. I mean, 18 years old that year.
Yeah.
He went into the NLL draft a year early. Oh, what a pass right on top. Nice chance, but Whale Abrams couldn't quite find the mark. He's going to get another chance as he takes the pass from McCoy and heads across. Sorry, that's from 83. Here's Anthony Patterson. Just under 3 to go. Again, it'll be 2 minutes of stop time at the end here. Picked off by Len Doobie. That's a nice defensive play. Makes the outlet pass. Pretty good move. Now, can you get across center? Double team coming. Got to make a pass here. And we have.
Yeah, he's telling him, I think it was a timeout, and he's telling him to stop the clock and trying
that's a
to.
smart play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in trouble like that. Can't get the pass. You got to make the pass. You can't get it out.
Well, especially with goal differential counting so much, every goal counts. Yeah, with 2 minutes left, they're probably not going to come back. But when you're trying to get that goal differential for final placements, that could make a big difference.
'99 is Dave Limboris. Who's got the word?
Boy, is he fun to watch. Watching him run all over the place, a lot of energy, high energy, and
He's got those long strides. It looks like it'll take him about 6 steps to get up to center, and they're quick steps. I mean, I've got long strides. I'm 6'9". I cover a lot of ground, but very slowly. He gets those strides going, and he is fast up the floor. So here's the power, or not the power play, just the offensive setup. Jack Hutchinson.
that's Hutchinson driving to the net.
Goes behind the net, shovels it out. Baker rips it, saved by Jones. Reaching and trying to grab that was, they're going to call a crease violation as Jack Jennings reached in. You can go into the crease and get the ball, but once the goalie has it, it is his. You can't actually check in those right on the line between being a big, nice play and actually being crease interference. But I think good call to just say it's a crease violation.
And then they come back down this way, and again, Duncan's got a guy all by himself shooting on him.
Yeah, and he stops it. And here's 2 guys on top of the crease and 1 defender. Basom just winning these loose ball battles for the most part. McCoy Abrams will let it rip. Foot save. Duncan pops out, grabbed by gets away from Dewey, and McCoy Abrams tries to pick it up. Patterson in there. Patterson's been a loose ball machine in this game, but Maine comes away with it, withstands the check. Nice job there by Jack Dorsey. And what was that call? Illegal pick? Or I didn't see the.
I didn't.
It can't be the 30 because they just picked up the ball. It can't be 10 seconds. I don't know what that was. Sorry. Gates Abrams fighting through the check. Left the pass there, but didn't get it through. Here's Charlie Ratner with the outlet pass, but that one's picked off, and it's a 2-on-1. Gates Abrams, he's going to go back. Oh, great save, Duncan. It almost rolled over the line. Would have been a goal. Doesn't matter if the net's on its spot, but he keeps it out.
Spreading his legs across the goal line, ensuring it didn't go past it.
This is one of the better 11 goals against performances you'll see from a goalie in a 30-minute running time game.
That was kind of how the Virginia game went with the Westminster Wild down there.
Yeah. I met Brian yesterday. I said, okay, what's your name? Just getting the numbers and everything. He goes, I'm Brian Duncan, the 40-year-old goalie.
I would not have guessed he was that old. He is fast. He reminds me, like I said, of Dominic Hasek, the way he sprawls all over, the quick saves. He stops that backdoor pass a lot because, like you said, he's a very aggressive goalie. Comes out. Haven't seen him so much here, but last weekend he was out setting picks and getting the loose balls, and he's very active.
Basom's just going to let it tick away. Maine's okay with that. Marshall Palace will leave it there. And the final score will be Basom Bombers 11, Maine Northmen 2. And you can go to LAXNai.com to check out all the stats, the scores, the standings, see how the progression happens, because the round robin play is wrapping up in the next couple hours. And then we will move on to the progression games towards the championship, so there's 4 teams will get into the championship semis. We'll have a 5 through 8 group, 9 through 12 group. Everyone will be placed into a spot, and the games get tighter and tighter as we go, and everyone comes to their level and is playing against the teams that are in similar rankings. So great work by Basom. Nice effort here by Maine. I'm going to step aside. Our next game will be with David Twambui, and he will have David. Who you got? I'm going to have to read it. Grand River Ironman and Onondaga Elgods, the Onondaga Community College alumni team. So stick around for that one. It'll be a new feed, so you're going to have to go back to the YouTube page, but enjoy it. I'm out of here. I'll be back.